got fitted Japan.
Yeah, all the time me on business. I'm all about my business, but I ain't got no briefcase. Yeah, all I got's some whiskey. Open now the whiskey, bring it to you. Yeah, I'm leaning up against the door, and my feet stuck to the floor, and we're messing on go. Yeah, I've been in before. Whoa, whoa. I'm a broken man, needing remedial lands. I'm all about my business. Let me love you till the morning. Let me love you till the morning, yeah.
What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan, and the news. Now, faders, for the last few episodes, I've been focusing on a topic and talking about a topic and stuff. For example, shochu or shuhai or Japanese history and like manga and something like that. But this time, faders, what we're going to do is together, we're going to learn about Japanese movies. Now, I know you guys are all over the world and you have your own movies that you enjoy watching. Like if you're in Estonia, you've got your favorite Estonia movies. If you're in Mexico, you've got your favorite Mexican movies and stuff. A lot of people like Hollywood movies. And I notice a lot of people that come to Japan love Japanese anime. They love Japanese anime, but they don't know too much about Japanese movies. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about Japanese movies. And who other should I bring on this show than my brother, the man Ray over here. Ray, who's like the singer, the lead singer, the organizer, the beat jackers, the movie Mega Man. This guy knows more about music, hip hop, and movies than all my friends combined and stuff. And this guy, I've known this guy. When was the first time we met? Oh my God.
Jeez. Probably 2009, man. 2010. Yeah. Since you started, man. When you met Sean and we started doing Blacklight Party together. So yeah.
That was at the Starlight Lounge in Shibuya.
Was that the first one?
I think that was the first time I saw you guys. Because I remember.
So that's 2011.
Was that 2000? No. 2011 is when they had the earthquakes.
Yeah,
so that must have been 2000.
We did. That was the benefit for the earthquakes. So it's 2011.
It was 2011.
April, a month after, about a month later. Sorry, a little longer. That was in the summer. So yeah, about 5 months later, 6 months later.
I must have met you before that at Gamuso, because I was bartending at Gamuso, and everybody at that time, even now.
Oh yeah, we came in before. Me and Sean were doing our let's find live spot places, and then Gamuso we came when Matekis were playing, and
oh my God, the Matekis
and Chris,
love
man,
that band.
Chris is Android Beach Party.
Oh my God,
and Jimmy Binks and all them.
Binks.
Yeah, what is it? The Northern Pele. You guys are.
Yep.
That's when we met all those guys. I met you and everybody, and Adam. You and Adam were doing a thing together.
Adam, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Adam, I was DJing and Adam was my MC, dude. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Drum and bass. Yeah.
Yes,
oh my God.
That's right.
I was the only international drum and bass DJ back then that could scratch.
Really?
I was the only, nobody else could scratch. So I was like guy.
Represent that hip hop.
Dude, I've been thinking about like getting back into DJing for so long. Like within the last like 5 months.
Got too many other things on your
I've got
plate, man.
too many
It's hard.
other things. Yeah.
You can try, but I mean, where are you gonna fit it in, right?
I know.
But I know.
You
You don't need any more stress on your plate.
but see, it's a stress reliever, you know?
Oh, okay, well then,
So
by all means, do it.
But yeah, I don't even know how to scratch. I mean, I still got the concept. You know? Yeah. But oh my gosh. Yeah. I've been watching videos. Cubert, you know Cubert, Scratch Pickle? Of course you do. Sorry. Stupid question. Never ask a hip hop guy about Cubert, okay?
Although Cubert has been, his opinions recently have been.
Oh, I don't care about anybody's
opinion. But I care his abilities,
music.
His skills and ability are second to none, man.
Was you like a Trump supporter or something?
Yeah, and all kinds of
Oh, really?
Shit. But I mean, his fucking abilities. He's got some of the cleanest scratches.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
That I was like, fucking Like when I heard him, I think I first heard him on a record. Was Dr. Octagon.
Oh, really?
Do you remember Dr. Octagon?
I know the name. It's been years.
You know, was it the Automator?
Dr. Doom?
No? The Automator? Dan the Automator Nakamura? So Automator, and I think Kubert did scratches on the Dr. Octagon album. And I was like, holy, these scratches are very just clean and smooth and beautiful. And I was like, okay, Kubert, I gotta remember that. Then I saw, oh shit, Invisible Scratch Pickles.
Wait, okay. I think I should move this up closer, so like we're both at the same level.
Oh, should I sit up?
Yeah, is that okay?
I don't care.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, just for like the audio, just so like I'm not too hot and you're not too quiet.
I sound like an echo in the back.
yeah, because I can hear you fine, but this microphone is the thing that we got to worry about. This is a microphone right here. Microphone. But Mike. But movies, going back to movies. Oh my gosh. So all right, first off, I've got a lot of questions for you about movies.
For me? Okay, please do.
Yes, absolutely. Because you're the only person I can talk to about movies that knows something. Everybody that I talk to about movies, they're like, yeah, the Alien one is good, but Alien 2 with aliens is better just because, the guns are bigger. I'm like, well, they didn't have guns.
Well, I'll put it this way. I'm no like critic because I like almost everything. So I'm like the common man recommendation for you guys. I like almost everything, man.
But anytime I bring up any kind of a movie from like the 80s or 70s, what I'm talking about.
You got me. I got you, man. I got you.
You're like the movie guy. You are the movie guy.
Wish Paul was here too to help me.
Yeah.
Paul.
I love Paul.
Tour manager.
Paul is great.
Leave those tourists alone.
Oh my gosh. He's a tourist manager?
A tour manager.
He's
a tour leader. Yeah, he's getting big bucks, man. He's getting big bucks.
Busy.
He's busy all the time, dude.
Oh my God.
But finally we'll get to go. We're going away together with the fams. Going away together to friggin' onsen just to relax.
Oh my God, really?
But I'm all tattered up, so I'm like, how the hell am I going to go to this onsen? What are they going to do? I got to cover up and shit.
Oh, tats? Dude, half my tats look like prison tats, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. If they look at me with like my clothes off, they're like, we better call the cops on this one.
I better have a private onsen next week because it's not going to work otherwise.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So what are some questions you got for me?
Yes.
All right, here.
All right, first off, Faders, there are so many amazing Japanese movies. There are so many fantastic Japanese movies. And when a lot of you guys think about Japanese movies, you probably just think about like gangster movies and stuff. But there's so many dramas. There's so many like good like horror movies. And there's just so many amazing movies. Now, my favorite director in Japan is Takeshi Miike.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Awesome. Sweet.
Here we go.
He's one of mine too.
Takeshi Miike he's profound. He's absolutely amazing. He's made like
so many, dude.
80 movies. He's been making 80 movies since 1991.
Any genre, he'll just do it. I wonder if he's a paycheck director or not, but I mean, the guy, it seems to not go halfway. Seems to put his all into every flick. So, I mean,
absolutely.
Good for him, man. He's
absolutely
very versatile.
So, what do you think of Takeshi Miike? And Faders, you should definitely check out Takeshi Miike. And we're going to give some titles to you like in a little bit. But what is your opinion regarding Takeshi Miike?
Oh, I really like him. He's just out there, man. He just does whatever the hell he wants. He puts his stories out there. And he's got, I don't know, does he have a unique style? Because all of his movies are different. Fact. So he's so versatile, man. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, what put you on to him? You first, yeah. You're the first. For me, I can tell you, and it was an audition.
It was an audition?
It wasn't, for me, it was an audition because I saw audition after.
Oh my gosh.
Right? The first movies that really put me onto him were Crow Zero, man. Do you know Crow Zero?
I've never seen Crow Zero. Now I have to. Oh, he's got so many movies.
Based on manga. Crow Zero 1, Crow Zero 2.
A lot of his movies are based on manga.
And it's just, high schooler Yankees just fighting it out.
I love it.
But Yankees. I really loved it, man. Both of them. Yeah. Number 1 and 2, because he directed them. 3 was okay, but he didn't direct it. So it had his unique style. Like suddenly there was like this zany comedy out of nowhere and serious like violence and action. You're like, what the hell's going on? The guy does whatever, man. But then I watched, then I was like, audition, because everyone's going on about audition because I love horror. And I was like, holy shit.
That must have been like 2006, maybe?
When I first came here, yeah. Crow Zero was 2006, and then I watched audition after, and then part 2 came out, Crow Zero, and I watched that, and I was like, yeah, I love this guy. And then I was like, because first I saw him in Hostel. Remember Eli Roth, the American flick, Hostel?
I remember Hostel.
And then he put Miike in, like, it was like a 5-second scene. He's one of the clients coming to pay to watch people get tortured. And then I was watching.
No.
Yeah. So I was
vaguely remember
I was
that.
watching the behind the scenes, for the DVD, and then Eli Roth's like, oh, I wanted to just get Takashi Miike because of Audition, and I loved it so much because he had Hostel had shades of Audition with the torture stuff,
The torture stuff, dude.
So but Audition is not a torture porn flick. It's definitely not that at all.
No. It's more. It's a mental fuck.
Pretty much.
It
goes from one movie to suddenly it's a totally different movie.
Oh my goodness!
What the hell? Yeah. If you haven't seen it, we're not going to spoil anything. Won't do that. But if you're like, oh, maybe Johnny might. But
everybody died.
I'd recommend don't get spoiled because then you'd be like, you'd be knocked on your ass. But
if
you like that kind of thing, man. But like I do, and then that's when it turned me on.
Oh my god!
It was Crow 0, 1, and 2, and then the one after that was what I see are written on that sheet over there.
This sheet right here.
Yeah.
Oh my
13 assassins, man.
Oh my god, dude! I recently rewatched that movie. 13 Assassins is so good. Dude. It's like
so good.
The best 45-minute samurai battle scene in
it was like
cinema history.
It was like old school. Oh yeah, and I was like, what? It's like old school mixed with new school. A little bit though. Mainly it was old school. But I guess the humor was more new school. And I was like, wow, this guy can fucking do anything.
Yes.
I remember I was watching with my partner at the time. And then some of the actors who showed up in there, she's like, oh, this guy's like legend, man. He was like the guy, I remember on the bridge who gets decapitated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, wow, this dude's like a legend, man. And he's like, he was really good in that one scene on the bridge.
Yeah, at the end.
Kind of in the middle of it. He did not the guy.
Because they had to cross the bridge, and then they took the village, and they made the village into like the samurai. Like
that was after the guys defending him, but this was like one of the good guys, I guess, in the movie, right? And he was like, he had to get beheaded on the bridge, but he was like, my girl at the time was like, oh my god, this guy's like really famous, like legendary dude, man. I was like, really? Yeah. And he's like just in that one scene is his like big thing, but he did awesome in it. I was like, okay, Miike, he's got respect. He can just get anybody, man.
I think at this point he can get anybody. And he's been doing it for so long,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's got mad respect all over the place. He should.
Oh yeah,
he should.
Oh yeah.
Takashi
Miike is amazing.
It's like when I saw Black Rain, and I showed my partner Black Rain, the Ridley Scott film, and then the main Yakuza boss, the older man, and then same. My partner was like, "Oh my god, that dude's like, this dude's like legend, man." What is it, Tomisaburo Wakayama or something? That was his name, and she was like, "Wow, this dude's." So I love that when like because I don't know about old school Japanese actors, so when they show up and they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's like that famous. What's he doing in this flick?" I'm like, awesome.
Oh my god,
because it's a genre film, right? And you don't, these guys maybe you think they're snobby or something, but they're not. They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this movie. Yeah. So, how about you? What was it?
Actors love to act.
Yeah.
It's like Kiefer Sutherland's dad, Donald Sutherland. I mean, that guy was doing like all
Rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace, Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
That dude was in everything. Donald Sutherland's
Animal
like
House,
50 million movies, man.
Oh my god, yeah. But I mean,
he was very prolific.
Even to the end and stuff, he was just doing movies. I mean, actors act,
Never stop.
Kirk Douglas, Michael Douglas's dad, did the same thing, You just show up in like a movie in the 60s,
But friggin' Harrison Ford's dude, Captain America just came out. And the dude's like 82, man.
Harrison Ford is in Captain America?
Oh, the new one. The Brave New World, yeah. He's the president. He took over for Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah.
Wait, is he president
again?
Because our last president was like 90 years old, and but the director's like, we need to get somebody really old.
Ford.
Is Harrison Ford still alive?
We need Harry Ford.
All right, put him up there.
Well, also because in the comic, so it's Thunderbolt Ross, and that actor William Hurt passed away. So Harrison Ford took over the role.
Really?
And I heard he's awesome in it.
Movie guy.
I'm movie guy, sorry.
Told you.
All you other if you movie guys are listening, maybe you'll understand. But I'm a big geek.
No, being a big geek is awesome.
For movies, yeah.
Okay.
And hip hop.
True. Okay, so my first Takashi Miike film was the thing is I didn't know it was Takashi Miike until later. But it was was it Visitor Q?
I haven't seen Visitor Q. Wow.
Visitor Q is so awesome yet so disturbing. And the thing is,
all right.
Oh my god, it's like disturbing in like all the best ways. I mean, if you get offended like easily, turn this fucking podcast off. But But the thing is, it's like
You're gonna get offended.
you might get offended.
Well,
But the
that's
thing
good
is,
in here.
but the thing is, it's just like it is such an insane movie.
What's the basic premise?
The basic premise is like a super dysfunctional family
Yeah.
that's falling apart for many different reasons on all different levels.
Mm.
And this guy just shows up, Visitor Q. He just
Visitor
shows
Q
up
just-
and he's like kind of like this tough guy Yankee, smoking cigarettes like this or whatever. And he just shows up and he basically slowly gets everybody in line where this dysfunctional family at the end of the movie is still dysfunctional, but they're better off.
Oh, so is it like a drama?
It's not it's kind of like
Comedy drama?
a twisted drama. And I
Okay.
can't tell you all the reasons why they're bad and stuff because it's just so insane. But it's such a great movie to watch. And it's like strictly 90s.
Wow.
I love Japanese movies from like 1990
The eras,
to
yeah.
2010. Like that 20-year period is
You
just
can
like
see the eras. Yeah.
yeah,
Great.
yeah,
Great.
yeah.
It's great.
But it's like before flip phones, I think.
Uh,
So it's like or flip phones. No, I think flip phones are like just like starting to be a thing, So it's like at that time.
2001, 2001 flip phones started
Yeah.
in 2002 here anyway. I don't know
Mm.
about the States, or Canada, but yeah.
But yeah, Visitor Q was my first one. Then after that was The Audition. And then after that was Ichi the Killer, which was also Ichi
yeah.
the Killer is great.
It's pretty nuts.
It's probably one of my favorite like gangster movies of all time. That and Goodfellas. And then after that, I think there's another one. I forget the name of it. Like, but in Japanese, it's like Shark Skin, Soft Peach or something. It's like a really weird name. But
From when?
Takashi Miike.
No, what
but-
year was?
I think we rented the DVD in 2002.
Holy
So it
shit.
must have been like 1998 when it was released.
Yeah, it probably wasn't.
It's this
into
Pulp
Japanese
Fiction, but-
movies. Yeah,
but-
like Pulp Fiction.
It's
style?
kind of like a Pulp Fiction
like
kind of
Rashomon,
style.
like the stories kind of connect like that.
And just like the style of the movie, like with the gangsters. Of course, it's because Takashi Miike's made like a million gangster movies, and so this one here, of course, is like a gangster movie.
Well,
But
I'm gonna gangster go to the toilet if I can.
no, you gotta use the restroom.
I do.
Okay, so restroom is over here
Right
on
there.
the right,
Toilet,
and then
restroom.
but on the left, right here on the left side of the wall, that's where the light is. So you gotta push the button on the light, dude. I'm just gonna show you how to use my bathroom. It's Tokyo, man. Everything's robotic. So you push these buttons here, boom, boom.
Light and fan.
Yes, and then you come over here and to get the toilet to work. You gotta push this button right here, and then you're good to go. Yeah, I know. Basically, I have RoboCop for a toilet. Yeah. Of course. Yes. All right, Fader. So basically, yes, we are talking about movies today, and Takashi Miike is an amazing director. If you haven't heard of Takashi Miike, definitely go online, learn a little bit about him, but find out what movies he has. Find any movie. Most of his movies are pretty good. I've never seen a Takashi Miike movie that was poor. Every single movie has been good. Every single movie that I've seen has been good. My main recommendations for Takashi Miike movies, of course, as we discussed, is Audition, Visitor Q, 13 Assassins, and Ichi the Killer. He's got so many other amazing movies, but these are my favorites, okay? So if you watch any of these movies, you're definitely going to have a good time. These are not Monday night movies. These are Saturday night movies. So if you're staying home on a Saturday night and you want to fucking chill and have a good time, yeah, order a pizza, get a six-pack, and watch one of these films. Maybe watch two of these films. And as Ray said, these films are very, very different. Takashi Miike's mind is very dynamic. He's a genius. So like if you watch one movie, it's very different from the next movie. Which is very different from most directors, because if you watch one director and you see let's say Steven Spielberg, you watch like one of his movies, you kind of have like an idea of how his movies are going to kind of look and the pacing and so on. Not Takashi Miike, dude. This guy right here, he shoots from the hip. This guy, every single movie is very, very, very different, which is just unbelievably amazing. I mean, it's just crazy. This guy is so awesome. I couldn't recommend Takashi Miike enough to all of you guys. So definitely check him out. He's the best.
Yo, what's up, Faders? Got Faded Japan has got a new sponsor. Our new sponsor is Gamuso Bar, located in Asagaya, Tokyo. If you're kicking it in Tokyo and you want to get your groove on, get your fade on, you better get your ass down to Gamuso. Gamuso is located in Asagaya. It's about 11 minutes from Shinjuku Station on the Chuo line. Gamuso has weekly bands, weekly performances. And hell, if you got your own event and you want to hold it at Gamuso, we'd love to host you. So contact Gamuso at www.gamuso.com. That's www.gamuso.com. That's right, Gamuso has not only beers in the bottle, but beers on tap. We've got every drink you want, so come on down to Gamuso. Gamuso, and if I'm working, tip me.
Have your attention, please. Attention.
Hey, yo, what's up, Faders? Johnny here. You know I love booze and news, but I also love art. So come on down to thespiltinc.com and check my art out. I've got tons of stuff there for you to check out. And I've got paintings, I got prints, I got videos. And I tell you what, if you like a painting, I could probably sell it to you. And I tell you what, if I can't sell you that painting, I will definitely sell you a print. I've got prints of all my work. Prints are about 2,000 yen each, about $20. But if you buy two, you get the third one for free. So come on down to thespiltinc.com. Yo, and on top of that, I'm looking for commissioned work. So if there's something that you want me to do, I can make it for you. Just check out my stuff and see if you like my style. And if you like my style, I can definitely paint you anything on canvas, paper, whatever. I've done it all. So come on down to thespiltinc.com. That is THESPILTINK.com. Thespiltinc.com. Proper.
Mitsuya Liquors. Yo, what's up, faders? If you're in Asia, if you're in Japan, if you're in Tokyo, if you're in Asagaya, you better get down to Mitsuya Liquors. That's right, for the most affordable prices in Japan, you can get over 300 different kinds of beer. That's right, over 300 different kinds of beer. And of course, they got all the shochu you need, all the sake you need, and of course, they got wine from California to Italy to France to New Zealand. They got it all. When I say they got it all, they really, seriously got it all. There's no joke about that. So get down to Mitsuya Liquors. And if you go in there and you say, Got Faded Japan, you will be more than welcome to go into their back room and drink those beers that you just purchased. That's right, Got Faded Japan at Mitsuya Liquors. And 3 times a week, they have a sushi chef there. So get your sushi on, get your drink on, get your fade on, and come on down to Mitsuya Liquors, located comfortably in Asagaya, about 5-minute walk from the station.
In Tokyo and craving soul food? We've got just the place for you. Soul Food House in Azabu-Juban. Check out what we do at soulfoodhouse.com. Come by and taste the love. We look forward to feeding you.
Are you at Harajuku with some out-of-town friends or your family or significant others? Yeah! Do you want to chill and drink beer and eat sandwiches while your friends overpay for glitter unicorn socks? Yeah!
And the flavor's gonna make you complete at Harry's Sandwich Company.
So come on down to Harry's Sandwich Company in the heart of Harajuku, right off Takeshita Street. See you there!
Okay, so, all right. How about some modern movies? Have you seen any movies of recent? Like, I've seen a couple, tons. Okay. So my recommendations for modern Japanese movies that have come out within the last 5 years would be A Family. That was an amazing one.
Oh,
Hell
Family?
Dogs.
Hell Dogs. There you go.
Hell Dogs is pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
What'd you think? Oh, you got to get closer to the mic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, because I got the phone out because I got the Netflix, Japanese Netflix, and there's tons of flicks I can just be like, yeah, like this. So where is it? You were saying what, new ones?
Yeah, new movies, new Japanese movies. Like any genre is okay. It could be scary, could be drama, could be gangster movies. There's a lot of gangster movies.
All right, here. Well, let me do the old man and take these up so I can see better.
See, I'm such an old man. I got to put glasses on to read.
Oh, I got it. Oh, do you have the opposite?
Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's
all
bad.
right. So flicks I've seen recently. I'm looking through this thing here right now. This is just what's on Netflix currently. But okay, a couple that I can recommend. Here we go. This was one. Plan 75.
Plan 75.
Here's a synopsis, and it's pretty fucking interesting because it kind of coincides with Japan society and life about how the population is very elderly now. Check
Yeah.
this out. Losing her job and feeling like a burden to society.
Uh-oh.
An older woman considers applying for a government-run euthanasia program for anyone over 75.
What?
Yeah, man. And it's like, whoa, this is very interesting because how Japanese society is very like, obviously elderly, right?
Yes, it is. Have you seen my neighbors?
I think all of our neighbors, man. Yeah. We're no spring chickens ourselves, but I mean,
Pretty old.
we're pretty old, but I mean, we're not elderly yet, but I mean, we'll eventually get there,
I've
hopefully.
got bad teeth, bad feet, bad ankles, bad knees, and a bad back. All right. And my brain brain is apparently bad too. Obviously so.
So there is one that I recommend. Planet 75 was pretty eye-opening. Like it was just like, this kind of reflects Japanese society. So recently I've been liking movies that kind of show sides that we don't see in Japan. People see, you're talking about the gangster flicks and anime and all that.
Like subcultures.
Pretty much, man. Like that was one. And then another one here. There was one called, where's it at? Where's it at, man? Come on, baby. Come on. Don't let me down. All right. There was a couple. Okay. There was not Badlands. Hard Days. Hard Days was pretty crazy too, actually. Same guy you were mentioning from Hell Dogs, Okada Junichi.
Oh, the actor, yeah.
Yeah, like there he is. See? So this one is a hit and run. So look at that. So there he is. See? Right there.
Oh, yeah. Hair's cut short.
And this one's got for us guys who are Japanese is pretty good, but reading is meh. This got English subtitles.
It's got English subtitles. Oh, God.
Hard Days.
Good.
Check it out. From 2023. All right, hit and run spirals into a slew of other problems in Michihito Fuji's twist. You watched it?
No, I saw some of it.
Film
Yeah,
thriller
I didn't finish
and
it,
real
but it's good.
sounds hails as a marvel of a movie. That's they released it, but it gets pretty nuts, man. And yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it, man. I just like seeing like when they fucking just go full tilt. Japanese tend to do that, whether it comes to fucking movies or it comes to real life crime.
I've done this podcast for a while. Yeah, the crime here is kind of unique.
You know what I'm saying? When we've read the news, and so that's one I recommend from recently. From what I'm checking here.
Yeah.
But there's there we go. The Parades. There you go. The Parades is an original Netflix flick, Japanese movie, obviously. But for us, again, it's got good English subtitles. It got me. I'm a big baby when it comes to flicks. I cry often. I just watched The Wild Robot again last week.
Was it the German one?
Which one?
The Wild Robot. Is that the German movie?
No, it's American flick. Same director as How to Train Your Dragon, animated flick. Animated flick. And then I took a friend to go see it. And she cried so much that her eyes were hurting the next day. Seriously, her eyes were hurting, dude. She's like, I can't see the screen because I'm crying so much. I cried a little again. It was my second time watching it. It's a really emotional movie. And then, but she cries all the time. But like her eyes were hurting. She went to the doctor the next day, dude, to get eye medicine. I was like, holy shit! How much did you cry, dude?
Oh my God!
And the best was I had watched it and we're in the theater. And it's like, okay, this is a kid's flick, isn't it? I go, just wait. Just wait. This was like 20 minutes into the movie. So, this is like for kids, isn't it? I go, just wait. And then, by like the 30 or 40 minute mark, she was a mess. And it's so good. Man.
After 30 minutes, you start crying. Is that sad of a movie?
Oh, it's like, I'm definitely
not going to watch this.
It's just emotional. It's like Up.
Uh-huh.
Remember Disney's Up?
I never saw it.
Oh my God. That's first 10 minutes, dude. You're done.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch
in the first 10 minutes.
It's on Disney Plus. I got Disney Plus.
Please watch it, dude. It'll get you. So there was one. Yeah. There's another one. I mean, there's tons that I can recommend. I mean, we'd recommend 13 Assassins already, right?
Yeah.
I recommended Crow 0, 1, and 2.
Yeah.
But I've watched like so many goddamn movies in Japan.
Yeah.
This one's pretty nuts, actually. Look at this. What is it? Homunculus.
Homunculus. Yes.
So directed by Shimizu Takashi.
Oh.
What did he direct? Do you remember?
Takashi.
No, Shimizu.
Shimizu Takashi.
The Ring.
I was gonna. I didn't know.
Oh no! Is it The Ring or is it Grudge? Is it Ju-on?
Ju-on, maybe.
It's Ju-on, I think. So look, truth and illusion blurs when a homeless amnesiac awakens from an experimental medical procedure with the ability to see people's innermost traumas.
Oh my God! Yeah, I heard about that one too.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
So this dude who's like showing up in every movie recently, Ayano Go Ayano, a family. the main guy. Yeah,
A Family. Oh my God, that's a great movie.
and
A Family's fantastic.
and he's the same dude. He's in there too.
Mhm.
So he's the main guy in this. And then and then the story unfolds more and more. And then it was really good. First at the beginning, I was like, okay, this is kind of nutty and kind of not. I'm not.
You thought it was kind of cheesy? I don't like
little bit.
cheesy movies.
He wasn't truly feeling it. And then
Yeah.
as I got deeper, I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, this is good.
Really?
Yeah. So it got me later. And I really
Nice.
liked it. So that was another one I recommend. And where was Hell Dogs? You did already.
Yeah, Hell Dogs is a great movie. Hell Dogs is by what's that? Masato Harata.
Yeah, this one was pretty good. I watched it the other day. It's from 2022. It's called Dr. Koto's Clinic, English title.
Mhm.
But apparently it was a TV series before,
Mhm.
and then they made the flick out of it. But yeah, it was.
That happens sometimes here in Japan.
Yep.
Like Forest of Love. Did you watch Forest of Love?
I did not. Forest of Love. I did not watch the SAS.
Don't watch the drama, just watch the movie. It is so insane and based on a true story. Keep that in mind when you watch it. It's about a homicidal maniac that convinces people to commit murders.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Forest of Love.
Oh.
Sounds romantic, but not romantic. The guy that made it, that directed it, his name is Soy something. I think he got like in trouble, so he stopped.
Shion
making-
Sono?
No, Soy.
Soy, not Shion Sono.
No,
That guy made. Oh, okay. I'll recommend his movies
Did
too.
he get in trouble for something bad that I don't want to talk about because that's none of our business? But
Well, like SA or something.
wow, like hashtag Me Too kind of stuff.
I think that's Shion Sono.
Is that? Hey, I thought
I
his
think
name
it's
was
Sono
Soy.
Shion.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it matches Shion Sono. Okay, another one I recommend is based on. This was actually based on true. This is another Netflix movie. It's called Mother. All right, it's called Mother, Mama. Yeah, this one. So this one is good. I recommend it for people who just want to see kind of like it's I guess slice of life Japanese movies. Like it's not glamorized or anything.
Mhm.
And aside that we know guys who live here, I'm not
Mhm.
saying we're experts on it and everything, but guys who live here, we know stories like this maybe about like single mothers.
Mhm.
So it's about a single mother, and the tough times they have and shit that they do to get through. So
It's not easy being a single mother anywhere
Yeah.
in the world.
but this one's actually I heard this one's actually based on a true story. It's this actress Nagasawa Masami. How they say it here in Japan, they always reverse the names. Last name first, first name last. So we would say Masami Nagasawa. And Masami Nagasawa has been she was in the Parades, another movie I'll recommend later. But Mother, so Shuhei is her son. His erratic mother, which is her, feels threatened when he starts to awaken to a world beyond her distorted control. She always wants control of her son. And he's starting to open his mind, getting into programs to help, but then she's not feeling it. And then she starts sending the family into basically a downward spiral, and it ends in basically tragedy. But
Whoa.
it's pretty. It's like, I'm not saying it's a good movie. It's not a feel good movie, but it's well acted, greatly acted. And just like to see that side of Japan, because people often glamorize it. Right, but just to see like this side
Anime,
of-
robots, Gundam,
all that shit. Well, even like the comedies and food shows. This one shows like real shit, and then it's just I like that. It's a movie still, but I mean, it seemed pretty goddamn realistic to me, right? I'm not
Cool.
saying it's 100. So Mother is another one I recommend. There's so many, dude.
Now the thing is though, like the movies that you're recommending, these are Netflix films. Is that correct?
Not all Netflix films, but I mean, you can find them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you were talking about earlier before we started recording, the best thing about Netflix films is that they're in English.
They're in
Also,
Japanese, but they have
subtitles.
subtitles, not in English. They just have
They're not in English.
No,
they're in English.
No, English subtitles, but
Yeah.
usually the original audio. But yeah,
Mhm.
which is good for us. We can practice and study
I've learned some of the best words
from movies
in Japan just by watching movies.
Same.
Somebody's like magica. I'm like, oh, that means no shit. I love it, magica. That's my new favorite word. Russo. Just like they'll say like one word, but then you'll say like the English word, and you're like, cool. I'm actually learning something. I am learning something.
There you go. What was that? You said you had a couple other questions for me.
Tons of questions.
Please
Okay.
go on.
What are your thoughts on like the classic Japanese horror films compared to like the modern Japanese horror films? And we touched up on this a little bit because of course, like the classic one would be House. Everybody thinks House is like the classic, and this is not the American movie House.
That's what I'm thinking. The American House
with the guy from what you call it, the
Greatest American Hero.
Oh yeah, Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
A great series, by the way.
Yeah. But no, House-su. So there's like the classic Japanese horror movie House-su, but you've got that compared to like Jiron and The Ring.
Which I thought were both fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I watched, I actually watched the American remake first of Ju-on.
Did you really?
Of Ju-on. And, and The Ring. So I watched them both,
I saw them in college.
Yeah. I saw them when I was at wait a minute. No, I was in college. I was in university at that time. I did both. Remember, at Canada, we have college and university. America is, yep.
I think they're different.
College is the trade school, basically, for you guys, and university is university. University is college for you guys, right?
I'm so confused. Who cares? Anyway.
There's too much while we're drinking. Too much thinking.
Movies. Okay, so what are your thoughts on like classical Japanese horror movies compared to modern movies? Because I also love a lot of classical Japanese movies.
Okay.
Yeah, like black and white movies. But first off, let's focus on this question before I get a little deeper. Deeper. Yes, I know. I'm hungover and I'm drinking at the same time. It's great.
It's hair of the dog. We got it. So I don't know, man. Ring and Ju-on, I absolutely, when I first watched them, or Ringo, whatever, I was terrified, man. I was like, wow, those are really good, man. They were so well done. And then, but then it just like the modern ones, I'm thinking it's become kind of tired. I haven't seen have you watched a good modern Japanese horror film lately? Because I honestly haven't, like, nothing that has scared me. No, it's all like, because for me, I could be wrong, could be way wrong, but it's become all too familiar. They all got long hair and they're all fucking distorted walking and shit. It's all like the same shit. But Ringo and Ju-on, for me, I don't know about for you, but they're the ones that just set them off, and just like Ringo was like terrifying. And just the sense of
like the eyes are like,
that's not even that. That was like for me, that was probably like the least terrifying.
Really?
Just okay. First, in the American remake,
psychology of it. The American remakes, I didn't really care for it so much.
Really? Oh,
the Japanese one I liked better.
Oh, it was amazing.
I saw that one way before I saw the American one.
All right. So I saw the American one first. Yeah. And then, but I thought, of course, the Japanese one's better. Yeah. But I watched the American one first, and I remember we had a big surround sound setup.
Did you really?
Every time the video was on. Every time that video was on, dude, I was just like entranced, and I was just like, wow, this is really creepy, man. And I was like, because the sound was coming, and like the way it was done, and it's like 8 millimeter. I was like, wow, this is well done. And of course, one of the biggest jump scares in the Ring, remember?
When she comes to the TV?
No. That wasn't a big jump scare.
I saw the first Ring movie in like 1997 when I was in college.
And then I saw the American remake one.
I saw the American remake maybe
when it came out. I saw it. No, 2000, man. It came out in 2000.
Then I saw it
2003. So the closet, when she goes like, I found my daughter, and then suddenly the scene cuts and they show the closet door open and the girl's sitting there with the petrified face and the head goes like that. It's like, holy fuck.
I haven't seen it in so long.
God, it was just like, oh, fuck. Because out of nowhere, it's like a normal conversation. She's like, I found her. And then Naomi Watts is sitting there. Then suddenly the scene cuts to the closet door opening. And her petrified face is like, it's like really white and ghastly. And her mouth is open, like distorted. And the neck goes. It's like, oh, fuck. I remember my heart just fucking. My heart just froze, man. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so that I thought that, and Ju-on I thought just generally was well done. Yeah, Ju-on with the sounds like.
Yeah, that kid freaked me out. Yeah.
Oh, the cat kid, Toshio.
Yeah,
Toshio, the cat kid, man. Yeah, fucking. Yeah, I like those, but modern ones that I've seen they've been probably entertaining, but horror wise, I haven't seen anything that like those two genuinely scared me and creeped me out.
Yeah.
Auditions, I guess it's a horror too, right? Basically, it comes down to it.
It can definitely be classified as a horror. Absolutely.
Well, it doesn't start like that, but but by the end, you're like, you have, for the girl, you have such sympathy for her. You're like, what the fuck happened there?
Yo, you want to hear something about Audition? The actual Audition movie that you watch is only like, I think it's like an hour and 30 minutes. But the actual film that they actually filmed with the story involved into it, it is, I think it's like 3 or 4 hours. So they basically they took this huge movie that explains everything that gets really, really balls to the walls deep, and then they edited it down to like a movie, which is still absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be way too much then. Yeah, 3 hours would be a little too much for that.
Watch it, you know.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely watch
the
it. Yeah.
Godfather. Remember the Godfather? You watch it after Sonny got smoked. They fucking had a little whatchamacallit intermission, and so like at the cinema, like everybody can like use the bathroom and smoke a cigarette because it was like the 70s.
Whoa, we were like kids when we saw that. I didn't see it in the theater.
No, I didn't see it in the theater either. But
I watched it at home when I fucking broke my ankle. I remember that. I sprained my ankle, and then everybody else in my house went out. They're like, "Wait, what are you gonna do at home?" Because I couldn't go anywhere. So I was like, "All right." They rented Godfather for me, and I sat there with my sprained ankle watching The Godfather for the first time fully through.
Oh my god!
And just focused on The Godfather.
And you're like, "This is the best movie ever." I hope they have a sequel.
That wasn't the best movie. Hey, which was maybe better. Godfather 2 is always debatable.
But third one.
You're talking about 3. Hey,
the cousin started dating. You're like, wait a second, he's dating his cousin.
Possible. And the end scene of the opera is amazing. The opera is amazing, dude.
I didn't make it that far.
Really?
I didn't like once they're in the restaurant with the cousins are like making out.
Yeah,
and
you're like
done.
Come on, man. Your disturbance level's got to go down.
I got friends that are Italian. They would never do that. They would never do that.
Are the Italians offended?
Maybe.
Well, see, I worked in the movie theater when that was one of my part-time jobs in high school when Godfather 3 came out. And Godfather 3 came out in 1990 on Christmas Day. And I remember how fucking busy it was that day. And all the Italians were fucking out in full force, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And they're fucking starting fights in the theaters and shit. Because, this ain't Japan. There was no number of seats, right? People are trying to get seats and shit because it was so busy. And Godfather 3 is coming out after how many years? 20? Number 3 came out after number 2. Was it 20 years?
Yeah.
1970.
Well, Godfather
16 years or something. 72.
I don't know. I can't say. I know about, but I don't know.
And the anticipation level was like through the roof. I'd never seen my theater at the time packed like that. And we were all as kids, man, high school kids. We're just overwhelmed. But then I don't remember people's reaction after the movie because I remember hearing in the newspapers back then, and people were just like, "Oh yeah, like shit," and and I was like, "Why are people shitting on it? It seems like a pretty good movie." But then they were shitting on Sofia Coppola. Because because her acting, the cousin.
It was about the acting?
Her acting, she basically, they say that she almost torpedoed the flick. I don't think she did fully, and it's not unfair to her because she got called in last minute when Winona Ryder dropped out. So,
is that what happened?
Yeah. So she wasn't an initial.
No,
that's all your fault.
Yeah. She's redeemed herself. She's okay now.
Sophia?
No, well, both her and Winona.
Yeah, Sophia's a freaking great director, man. Hey, Lost in Translation. And we're here right now. She directed that.
I remember that
which I think is a little bit overrated, by the way.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I saw that movie when it came out in the theater here in Japan. I saw it in Shibuya. Yeah.
How was it received here?
It was... it's my water guy.
Uncle?
No. He'll just leave it right there at the door and stuff. If I open it, I gotta sign some stuff.
Oh shit! Get the water guy, man.
Here's the water guy.
All right, water guy.
Okay.
What do I do? Am I talk to this camera?
Just talk to the camera.
All right, camera. All right. So we're talking about. So Johnny was. What were we talking about? We're talking about horror flicks and all that. So, a couple other Japanese recommendations. I guess I can have for you guys is. Depending if you like dramas. Recently, I've been watching a lot of dramas, but a good one I watched is almost like we talked earlier about like Pulp Fiction and all that kind of stories that kind of connect together, like a bunch of stories that connect after the fact. One called Rage. And so it's a movie called Rage with Watanabe Ken. He's one of the main guys in it, but there's a bunch of people in this flick. And then it was, You ever heard of a movie called Rage?
I know the name.
Rage. Rage was that was a good flick about interconnecting stories about one killer guy who's killed somebody in Tokyo and then escapes, and that's kind of like trying to track the killer down at the same time with these 3 different stories are interconnecting. Yeah,
kind of like Pulp Fiction.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said while you were getting the water. Yeah. So and it was like, wow, it's pretty hard hitting. There's a couple scenes and I was like, well, goddamn. But it's good because they show like sides of Japan that you don't normally see. Like
love that.
two of the guys are like one of the guys from a family or a family, as you say.
Mhm.
I say a family, you say a family, and
The
then
movie title, A Family.
yeah, a family.
Wait, is it actually pronounced a family or is it a family?
I imagine it's a family,
It's
but
capitalized A though.
but because it's a word by itself, right? So,
So
it's
it's
the beginning,
a
right?
family.
So a
It's a family. Wait, is it
friggin'
a
Americans,
family?
you guys.
It's a great movie.
A,
though.
but what do you mean? Is there a B family? What the
Well, who knows? Well,
C
you know,
family?
it is.
So the B flick is a shitty movie, shitty version. This is the A. I don't know. I imagine it's a family, but fucking
a family.
yeah. I don't know.
love
A
that
family, B family, whatever.
It was a
B
great
family's
movie.
a sequel. All right. Yeah, but fucking yeah. A, okay, the guy from A family's in there. So the three stories are focused on Watanabe Ken and his daughter, who was like used to work in a brothel in Shinjuku.
Oh,
And
really?
then he gets her out and takes her back to like the fucking fishing village where they are. And then there's a gay couple.
Mhm.
So they show like the gay, like, like the scene in Shinjuku, like there's like a brothel, basically a house where you can hook up. And you don't see it.
Kabukicho, or is it like
basically
Kabukicho?
it is kabukicho.
It is Kabukicho?
And it's like you don't see that. Not kabuki, or maybe kabukicho, or what's it? Gyoenmai? What's it? Shinjuku?
You got
where's the gay
golden
community?
guy? Oh, the gay.
No,
community in
Shinjuku
is,
Gyoenmai.
no,
Is it Gyoenmai?
It's Nichome.
Nichome. That's it. Yeah,
Nichome.
Nichome. I think it's from there, and like so they show there's a couple from there.
There's a brothel in Nichome?
No, in the movie.
Oh, in
it's
the
like
movie.
in the movie, it's
Wow.
like a gay where you can hook up.
Yeah.
And so one of the stories
okay.
focuses on that,
Mm.
and one of the dudes thinks that a family guy, Go Ayano, is the killer.
Yeah.
And then Watanabe Ken is thinking his daughter's new boyfriend it might be the killer. And then there's this couple from Okinawa, friends, young kids,
Yeah.
and they meet this guy. And thinking who's the killer from there, and then the story interconnects.
Oh my god, dude! It kind of sounds like that one movie with Al Pacino in the 1970s. where he's like-
Pachinko.
Al Pacino. All right, I'm kind of
I'll predict.
Al the gambler, but yeah, I'm the alcohol catching up. But what was that movie where like he's an undercover cop that becomes like a gay hustler and like the
Cruising.
cruising, yeah, dude, it kind of
Cruising.
sounds like that.
Sounds like cruising. This one, that guy is nothing. He's just like in this one, he's not a cop. This is just a different guy. Just showing the different stories about how they connect at the
Yeah.
end. It's pretty hard hitting, man. It was pretty hard hitting. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I like that rage. I mean, it wasn't enjoyable, but it was pretty hard hitting, and you find out what happens at the end, and it was good.
Have you seen the movie Funeral Parade of Roses?
Me?
Yes.
I know. Maybe a different title, but I've never seen that.
Dude, okay. I had a friend, actually my old hairstylist, right?
Mm.
I used to go over to her house and she would cut my hair,
Mm.
right? And it was like I would go over to her house, she'd cut my hair and I'd pay her. And because like she worked at a hair salon, but she hated working there. She's like my friend's friend. She hated working there because like she got paid like garbage money. So what she would do is she would like have like a side hustle where people come over to her house and she'd cut their hair, right?
All right.
So I was like the only non-Japanese guy that would go to her house and get my hair cut, right? So I go to her house and get her hair cut, and she spoke English pretty well, so she'd always want to like hang out and talk and like I guess practice her English. So we're hanging out and stuff, whatever, and she'd always like have something for me, She's like, "Oh, you want to watch a movie?" Or, "Hey, do you want to drink this?" Or, "Hey, I got this really great CD you got to listen to," because it's so old with CDs, right?
Mm.
So anyway, this one time she's like, "Oh my God, you got to watch this movie." And she had a fucking DVD of this movie called Funeral Parade of Roses. And she pops it in and it's a black and white movie. And I'm thinking, boring.
It's boring as shit.
No, it was actually amazingly twisted. It was about like how do you say it? Transgender,
Transgender, yeah.
Well, I would say transvestite, but at that time,
Back in the day, yeah.
But-
Transgendered.
it was a transgender like movie of like it's like a murder mystery movie happening in the 1960s,
Wow.
which is revolutionary upon revolutionary for Japanese cinema. But another cool thing about the film was you got to see how like life was like in Tokyo in the 1960s, because they're going in all these neighborhoods where you're like, wait a second, I kind of know that building. Or like, oh my God, they're going down the Ginza line. Oh my God, that's what the Ginza train used to look like. And it's so cool to have like kind of like a window to see old Tokyo.
Oh, it's like a time capsule.
It is.
Yeah.
And it is a completely twisted movie that's going to blow your mind and stuff and maybe kind of make you puke at the end, actually.
Oh, I got
So
some
be
disturbing
careful with
things
that.
happening.
Pretty disturbing.
Awesome.
Like the most disturbing thing is it was like kind of like who's that comedian that goes, "Hey guys, he died like recently." Oh my God.
Oh, this is not Japanese comedian.
An American comedian from Brooklyn.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried, yes. It's like one of his most disturbing jokes. That's a movie that takes place in Japan.
Well, not the Aristocats. The joke.
That was the joke, yes.
Yeah, it's the Aristocats.
Yes.
I know it all. Come on, baby.
That's it. So basically,
I got you, man. I got you.
it's a Japanese movie, kind of like that, and but it's so cool to see like Japan's like subculture and the streets and the areas that we hang out at, in the 1960s. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Well, I got another one. We're talking about horror and stuff, right?
Sure.
And you mentioned 13 Assassins, which the main guy is Yakusho Koji, who's been in like fucking everything, right? That guy. So 2 movies I recommend. A lot of people know recently about a movie he did. I think it was last year, but not directed by a Japanese person, but it's a Japanese movie.
Yeah.
Do you know the film called Perfect Days? About Wim Wenders?
I've heard the name of that. Yeah.
The guy who's the bathroom cleaner. Public bathroom cleaner. That's the yeah.
That's actually all in Japanese.
Yeah.
The whole
And it's Wim Wenders is the director.
Yeah.
And it's like, huh? Okay, and it's all in Japanese. And then I passed one of them the other day. One of the bathroom seat cleaners said, "Wait a minute, this was in Perfect Days."
Ishiazubu, right?
A couple. There's more. There's in Shibuya. He does like So that movie. So I'm not usually a fan of those like kind of slice of life flicks.
Yeah,
just shows
okay.
They're all right. Depends on what they are, but just your everyday kind of like routine of what he does and shit.
That's what the whole movie's about.
It's about that, but then small parts of like his background and stuff start to happen. Like his niece shows up out of nowhere. It's like, "I want to stay with you," and he's like, "What? No, you can't." And then she ends up and then helping him out a little bit. And then you're wondering, why does his niece come? Then he's got a sister, obviously, who shows up and says, what's happening, and then you find out more about his background. And then but so the movie's called Perfect Day, so just showing like small things in your life that are for you, which are perfect. And I was like, wow, this is really good, man.
Awesome.
You could perceive it as boring depending on where you're coming from. Like I said, slice of life flicks, I'm like, yeah, this is boring as shit. But maybe because the Japan bias, because we live here, so it was more interesting, right? Seeing that part that you don't see. And I was like, wow. And then you want to go to those places now after watching the movie.
I want to go to that toilet.
Yeah. Hey, what is it? Is it Daniel from Northern Pele? Is it Daniel? Is it Karas? If you're listening or whatever, I think he said he had hit all the places. Maybe it was Daniel, or maybe it was Eric. Maybe Banquier, French dude.
Yeah.
Maybe Eric or maybe Daniel. One of them said that they had hit all the ones in the movie just to see them.
Really?
Because the ones in the movie are like really like posh and nice looking.
They're
public
really
bathrooms.
Nice.
Yeah, usually they're not. But I mean, in the movie, I'm like, oh my God, they look really nice. So that was one good one. Like really, Yakusho Koji's been in so many. I gotta give it like another go. I saw the first like 15 minutes of it.
Yeah. Like he's like cleaning the toilet.
Yeah, like I said, it's that type. So yeah,
boring.
Exactly. Yeah, it can be.
It's better. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, for me it did because I was focused, man. I was into it. It depends. Like I said, it's a movie that you need to like watch. But like I said, sorry, you don't need to watch it. Like I said, it's slice of life. It could be boring for a lot of people, but somehow I said usually those movies I am bored at, but I was into it for some reason. Maybe because I was watching with my partner who was there at the time, my partner. And then we watched it and then she was
a new movie though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's brand new. So that, and then an old school movie of his, maybe you know it, from 1997. It's called Cure.
Cure. Cure?
Cure. Yeah, English. Cure. So
I don't know it.
Cure? No. So I saw it on Netflix and it's like, Cure, what is this? But then it didn't have any English. So I was like, and then a guy I watch on YouTube, a movie critic guy, he always brings up, Halloween specials he has every October. And then he just brings up old, like kind of horror movies that
Yeah.
he recommends to people.
Yeah.
And he brought Cure up.
Mhm.
And I was listening to it. I was like, that sounds really interesting. I saw that on Netflix, but then no English subtitles. Like, fuck, my Japanese is not that great. I want to know everything. So I found it
Mhm.
online, got it, and with English subtitles. And I watched it. I was
Really?
like, wow, it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
So it's about a dude, like suddenly all these killings start happening, but random people who are no previous history, because they meet this guy and he just starts telling them, basically commanding them to kill people. And then these like
Really?
random people, just like no connection, are just killing people
Wow.
for like just like one person basically at a time. And you're wondering what's going on? What's the mystery here? And then yeah, you find out by the end, of course. But it's such a sense of like down and dread, and I was like, this is really creepy, this movie, man. Yeah.
So it's a modern scary movie that you did like.
1997 though.
Okay,
I don't
not
know
that modern.
How modern is that, right? Yeah.
Most of my
Ring
friends-
came after that.
Most of my friends weren't even born then. Dude, I was having dinner with some people like yesterday. I'm at this table. I went to like this music conference, like dinner thing, whatever.
Oh, they're all
I
young
was-
guns.
Dude, they're like, so Johnny, how long have you been in Japan? I'm like, well, I first came here in 1998, but I actually moved here permanently in 2002. And everybody stopped eating. They looked up. They're like, I was born 5 years after that. I'm like,
Jesus
I was like, uh-oh. Next table, please. Yeah.
Friggin' kids.
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, they're all musicians, so whatever. But
So what? Does that mean they're pretentious? What? What do you mean they're
I think
musicians?
they're oldest.
They're oldest.
They're,
oh,
they were
okay.
nice to me though.
So they're against me then. They wouldn't like me. 'Cause,
all the same age, you know.
yeah, we are. Yeah, so they wouldn't like us. Yeah.
older than me, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, you fucking old guys. I'm like, yeah, okay.
You know the Smurfs, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Fucking Gargamel and Azrael
Yeah,
for
I said-
life, baby.
I said Smurfs last night. They'd be like, "What's a Smurf? Is
No,
it
but
something
they
we
made the
can
new
buy?"
movies. They made the modern movies for the new generation, right? The
They made-
shitty.
They made new movies about the Smurfs
They did. And another one's coming this year.
on Disney or something.
No, man.
And
It's a
Pixar?
theatrical flick.
Jesus Christ! All right,
Yeah.
all right. Next question. Next question. Okay.
I saw Battle Royale there somewhere.
I saw Battle Royale. Yeah, right here.
What's that,
Well,
Ping Pong?
see, the thing is, like, all right, so I wrote Ping Pong and Battle Royale about, like, you know, like best movies, like pre, like, 2000 or 1995. But we already kind of touched base on that.
Oh,
So
yeah, I
don't-
did
don't
Cure.
wanna go
Yeah.
back and
I did
talk about
Cure,
those,
but
though.
I don't think it's the best,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Battle Royale was amazing. It started off as like a comic book
Yeah.
that turned into a movie that had a sequel that kind of ignited that whole like American genre. What was that? That the one said the something games, Hunger Games.
The Dangerous Game, basically. Yeah, but that was a long time ago, man. That's based off of The Dangerous Game, which is hunting humans.
There's a
So-
Japanese title.
No. I meant like the old school, the original movie from like the States, I guess, was called The Dangerous Game,
Oh,
which
really?
is basically hunting humans, right? And then yeah, but Hunger Games is Battle Royale bite or whatever. It's just basically The Dangerous Game bite.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite movies from the 80s is the same thing. Whoa, shit. It's called Avenging Force. That's right, baby. Canon Films, 1987. Avenging Force, baby.
Mhm.
That was one of my favorite The Dangerous Game ones where you're hunting humans.
Really?
Surviving the game. Battle Royale came in 2001.
Mhm.
I remember because I first came to Japan in 2001
Mhm.
and then talking to my students, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to go watch Battle Royale
Oh, you
tonight.
came out in 2001.
First time, yeah. Working
Oh,
holiday, yeah.
wow.
And then
Okay, cool.
Battle Royale was like the thing at that time. And when
Yeah.
it came out, so popular, and people were like, oh, this is taboo to go watch this movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
high school kids killing high school, right? High
Yeah,
school
they were
kids,
high school kids,
high
yeah.
school kids killing each other and shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. It's just a movie.
Mhm.
But number two was
I didn't too.
yeah, I don't think it was good.
There's the same. Basically, number one and number two were pretty much the same movie with different actors.
Yeah, number one is awesome.
Yeah. When you saw number one, you're like, holy shit. You
And
know?
Kitano Takeshi was awesome in number one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's so
like the
Genki.
guy-
The Genki, remember the Genki video?
Oh. Oh my god. Okay. So let me get to these questions. Who's your
Go
favorite
on.
Japanese director? Okay, because we already kind of like answered a lot of these questions just by
course
like
we did.
having conversation, but having conversation. Oh my god, who's been in Japan too long? This guy. Can you share? Oh, okay. Can you share a lesser known Japanese film that you believe needs more attention? Pretty much like everything we've already.
I think everything
I
we've
think.
talked about, a lot of those Netflix. Okay, wait a minute. What's one? God damn it. There was one I
That's
just
a good question. Yeah.
going. But anyone you while I'm checking.
Okay, I got another question. While you're
Another one that you saw that needs attention.
Well, I think.
Oh wait, did I say the parades already?
No, you didn't. But I think Funeral Parade of Roses definitely needs more attention. It's a black and white movie from like 1969 in Japan. It shows like a slice of life of transgenders living in Japan, living in Tokyo, and like the crazy stuff of what they do and how they live or whatever. But it's awesome just to see Japan at that time, you know? That's a cool thing. I mean, of course, you could talk about like, you know, like Tokyo Story and some of those other black and white movies or whatever. But this one here has like a real nice, amazing cut of like the subculture. And Faders, as you know, I live in the subculture of Tokyo. You know, that's who I am. It's what I do. This guy over here, hip hop, he knows like all about the hip hop clubs, the hip hop bands and stuff. He works with them, he talks with them, he makes music with them and stuff like that. So it's just like, I mean, seeing like old school slice of life of like the subculture is really dope. Did you get the movie?
Oh, where's that one?
There's so many, right?
There's so many. One after
Japanese movies are amazing, dude. There's so many.
There's a lot of good ones. I mean, there's the animated ones which are awesome.
See, but the thing is, I don't want to talk about anime.
No, I don't either.
I want to talk about film because the thing is, everybody I fucking meet that comes to Japan is like, oh, dude, I really love anime.
There it is. Battle Royale right there. Yeah.
But the things I want to shed some shine on like the movie industry here in Japan because I don't think like the movies in Japan get enough exposure in the rest of the world.
Well, some of the ones I said already, like those under like Human. Oh, there we go. This is serious.
Is it Tokyo Zombie? Is that Tokyo Zombie? Is it?
Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin, the series. Do you know that? Based on manga. Rurouni Kenshin, man. Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin.
It's awesome, man. The whole series basically like a samurai fucking series.
Oh, I got a question about that.
So it's a protector. There's 4 movies, and they're awesome. The action is great, and the story. I mean, yeah, it's manga-ish, but they're really fucking fun, man. I recommend that as a series. Always was another series that was recommended well, but fucking Rurouni Kenshin. There's 4 of them. There's 4 flicks, maybe 5 actually. There you go. The Fable. That's a series too. Do you ever watch this tape, man? Our boy, Okada Junichi. Our little guy. Yeah, see? Okada Junichi.
How old is this?
Fable? That's 2021, and then they have 2022. They have 3 movies of Fable.
Wow, my God.
The stunts in this film and the stunts in action are fucking amazing. It's like Jackie Chan, you know, like all the stunts, like really well done. And the effects and the action. So the Fable, they call it The Fable. It really should be called Fable, but The Fable. So basically about a legendary assassin just living a normal life was challenging enough. Then a young woman from his past reappears and needed protection. So it's pretty cliche story of a hitman trying to protect a woman, but they're really fun. And there's 2 flicks. I think there's 2 of them. The Fable, yeah, it's good. It's really good, man. I really, really enjoyed it. There's another actress that just shows up everywhere that I've been watching. What's her name? Hirose Suzu Hirose.
Yeah, you've been talking about her.
That chick shows up in every goddamn flick I've seen. She's pretty
very talented and very attractive.
She's attractive. She's cute. She's cute too.
Very cute and I think she's attractive, but very talented.
She is attractive. She's
very
attractive.
talented.
Come on, flicks. There's more. Remember, no, I'm gonna watch that. But yeah. One missed call, classic.
Oh, that's the Takashi Miike one. The thing is though,
it is Miike Takashi. Yeah, that's right.
That's one of the scary movies. I can't remember that one so much. Did you like that one?
It was all right.
It's okay.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Right.
It wasn't madly amazing, but steamy romance.
the phone it's a flip phone or whatever, and then
and the number comes. It's like Ring.
It is like Ring. Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about Japanese films that are copied by the West? For example, Ring, The Shell, Akira, possibly in the future. What are your thoughts on that?
Do
you think they should be copied and made like AKA better or westernized or something?
I don't know.
Or do you think they should be left alone?
I don't know. I have either or. I mean, people copy off each other all the time, dude.
That's true. Have you seen my art? I'm joking. I only copy Warhol.
You stealing bastard. Nah, yeah. I mean, people copy shit all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. As long as you're respectful, I guess, man. Just do whatever. Like it's not a Japanese flick, but I mean, like I thought Ring, The Ring was and Ju-on, because Ju-on actually kept it in Japan. The Ju-on remake was in Japan.
I totally just I totally forgot about that. Actually had a remake that was actually
in Japan and same director.
Yeah,
it's the same director. So that was like okay,
remake? That's like
it's a reboot.
He's like, dude, I fucked up the first time.
Yeah, and he did it because it was really well done. Yeah.
I can do it better, I promise. Give me more money.
Give me some white people. Like, what the fuck? Like, give me some white actors.
It's like a couple that moved into like a place, right?
No. The girl, the caregiver was Buffy. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Buffy the Vampire Slayer was she moves to Japan, and then she's the caregiver in the Ju-on house, the Grudge house. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. God, I gotta watch that again. I haven't seen that since.
And it was well done because it was here and it was very respectful to the material. Cause same director, so he had to take care of his baby, I guess, right?
That's true.
But I mean, in general, if they like it's not Japanese, but recently I saw. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a movie called See No Evil, which comes from is it Dutch? Is it a Dutch film? So they just recently remade it last year for American audiences, and it was going well. They remade it well. Performances were great, especially James McAvoy. Until the end, man. They totally changed it to an American ending.
Everybody's happy. They kiss and the girl's leg goes up. Oh, bummer. Sorry about that.
Compared to because Europeans, man, like.
French movies are dark.
It wasn't French, but it was European. Yeah. I think it was Dutch. And then I think so. I think it was from Holland. Yeah. But I could be mistaken. But yeah, fucking let me double check. But yeah, fucking but yeah. But friggin' that I thought was just like, why did you do this? You totally changed the meaning of the original flick.
Boo.
So I don't know about Japan if they do that in Japan, right?
I don't know. I have no idea. One thing that I do know is America in the 1970s, movies were dark. Movies were
dark. Like the age of cinema, they were very dark.
At the end, the good guy dies. I mean, they were very French style. But whatever happened? I mean, in the 1980s, was it like Little Orphan Annie? Like she came on, they're like, okay, we got to have some happy endings because people tend to like this. What happened?
Yeah, they just, I don't know, man. Society, I have no idea, man. Society. Is that the Joker? The Joker?
Yeah.
Society.
Okay. My last question for you is this. What are your thoughts on the invasion of ninja films that happened in the United States in the 1980s? For example, in 1981, the first ninja movie that came out was
Enter the Ninja.
You got it, of course.
Hell yeah, I know that.
Who am I talking to?
Come on, man.
Enter the Ninja. Then after that, there was Return of the Ninja.
Revenge of the Ninja. Come on, man.
Revenge of the Ninja.
Ninja 3, The Domination. 9 Deaths of the Ninja. Pray for Death. American Ninja.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3. Michael Dudikoff.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
I'm still amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, my opinion on that. Oh man, well, okay. The first one was kind of shit. It was Enter the Ninja, but once Revenge of the Ninja hit, man, and they made. Think about that. That's pretty progressive back then. Kosugi Sho was the main star of an American ninja movie, and that's the one that became big. Kosugi was all the ninja trilogy. It's all different characters. It's like an anthology, basically.
Yeah.
Because they just put it together. It was canon group. They just did whatever the fuck they wanted to. But fucking, yeah. When Revenge of the Ninja came, that's what got me interested in Japan. So I thank you for that. And I grew up on that movie, man. Anyways, 80s kids or whatever, you grew up on Revenge of the Ninja, man. That fucking movie was just amazing. Yeah. It's so action-packed, man. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. We're 80s kids, 70s kids. We watched that, we watched rated R shit when we were too young to watch it and sex scenes and shit. Remember you put that clip where the guy throws the ball, Revenge of the Ninja. Remember?
That's right.
It was traumatized me. Oh my God.
Yeah. I the one thing that I remember that I've always remembered when I was a kid that I always thought was so cool. And I think it was either Enter the Ninja or Revenge of the Ninja. It's when the,
go on, tell me. I'll know it.
The ninja, he's basically, nobody knows he's a ninja. He's just a Japanese dude that's being interrogated by the police. And he's in a little office. And
it's just a coffee cup?
That's it. He catches the
coffee cup. I've watched Revenge of the Ninja so many times. I knew exactly what you're talking about.
That scene blew me away when I was a kid. I was like, oh my
God, he's so fast.
that is insane. I can't even imagine doing that when I was like a little kid. Yeah, the coffee cup
coffee
thing.
cup catch.
Yeah. And then you know what reminded me of that when I got older? All in the Reflexes.
Jack Burton, baby.
Boom, there we
Big
go.
Trouble Little China,
Big
baby.
Trouble Little China. God, dude.
That was 3 years later. 2 years later. 3 years later. 1986. Big Trouble Little China.
But no, that was like 1981 was Enter the Ninja Revenge.
83.
83. Then
83 or 82?
Something
83,
like
83.
around there.
83. And then, Big Trouble was 86. 86.
God, what a great, what a great decade of just amazing movies.
Dude, amazing.
Oh,
amazing.
God, yeah.
Made me fall in love with flicks, man. I mean, I got to know other like international stuff later, but where we grew up, we didn't always have access to that shit.
Oh, no.
I mean, kids now are spoiled, man. You guys got access to fucking everything, you lucky bastards.
But see, that's the problem. They have too much stuff where it's hard to find the good stuff. They find
It's
mediocre.
like porn. It's like porn.
They find mediocre and then they think that's the best stuff, but it's not the best stuff, right?
Like porn.
Yeah, like porn. Exactly.
I'm so jealous of you, young motherfuckers. How do you have such easy access to that stuff?
Yeah, you got to go into a building and find like a box full of magazines. Remember
The
that
big
stuff?
VHS tapes. Come on, jugs. Oh, dude. You're like, yeah, but
Shaved beaver.
Shit, well,
I don't see any animals in this magazine at all.
I think your phone went off, maybe.
My phone went off?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Vibrate.
People send me messages all the time and stuff. I'd be like,
Johnny's a big promoter here, so people bother him all the time.
everybody wants something from me. But so that was my last question. Do you have any questions for me about like Japanese films and stuff or anything?
Well, what's the ones like? What's in basically? Do you watch more modern films, or is it more like do you stick to like older stuff?
When it comes to Japanese films, okay. When I first came, all right. So here's the thing. When I first came to Japan in 2002, when I had my little apartment in Musashi Nakahara, I had a DVD player, and Musashi Nakahara is like a little village town that's just right outside of Tokyo.
Where is that? Is it Tokyo still?
No, it's Kanagawa.
Oh, it's Kanagawa.
It's
Okay.
like you take the Toyoko line from Shibuya all the way down to Musashi Kosugi, then it's one
Oh,
stop
Musashi
away.
Kosugi. Okay.
Yeah,
So you've always been the kind of this area, Nakameguro now.
Well, I lived
Because that's a little further down. Yeah.
It is further down, but I live in the west side. I lived in Shimokitazawa for 9 years.
The west
Before-
side.
Yeah. West side. But I lived in Shimokita for 9 years before. Then I came here and I can make.
Oh, so you're one of the cool kids. One of the cool kids living in Shimokizawa.
Back in the day when they used to have firefighters and not firefighters, but they had fire dancers and stuff at the station.
They had that at the station, Shimokizawa.
Dude, Shimokitazawa, like at night, like around 6 o'clock, the whole place would just turn into like a flea market. Where like people like fire dancing, and there's like punk rock artists with fucking like
What happened to it now? It's all trendy.
Starbucks. Yeah.
All that
came
shit.
in,
It got Starbucksified.
Oh God! See, Starbucks came in, and then after Starbucks came in, there was the what's the really cheap clothing company? I'm too drunk. Uniqlo had the mega building, and then once that happened, it was over. And my wife, that's why I love my wife.
It went bougie.
It went so bougie. My wife's like, you know what? If we're gonna get out of this area and go somewhere different, now's the time to do it.
Okay.
And I'm like, but I love my home. I love this. She's like, listen, it's gonna change. I know it's gonna change. Everybody knows it's gonna change. The station is changing. Everything is changing. Everything that we love about this is cool. Let's go somewhere that's never gonna change. Let's go to this area right here, which now is fucking changing.
Me considering I was at Starbucks waiting for you.
We've got 5 Starbuckses now in this area.
Christ, this area is very bougie.
Dude, oh my God, dude, I'm surrounded by Airbnbs. Like when we're coming here, we saw a tourist right in the park, right?
Yeah.
Dude, every single morning I take out the garbage and I see like Australian dudes with these huge like suitcases or backpacks and stuff like, where's an Airbnb? I'm like, probably that way or over there or over here. Like,
so as you can tell, Johnny sold out. He's gone bougie. I have kept it hood. My area's never changed. It's pretty ghetto.
You live in the north side, right?
West. Yeah, I live the west. I'm basically on Saitama border, very close.
Yeah,
I can walk.
It's like north side. You live.
Is that north?
Yeah, Saitama.
It's west, isn't it?
You live like north of it.
I'm Fukutoshin line.
Fukutoshin line. Yeah, it goes.
Fukutoshin. Yeah, is that north?
Northwest. Yeah.
Yeah, west. Yeah. So I was thinking, northwest. Yeah. So I'm west. Yeah. Basically, I can walk and I'll be in Saitama, and then I walk back and I'm in Tokyo. So I'm very close to the border.
Mhm.
I like where I live. It's just, it's beautiful. I got access to everything, including your place here in Nakameguro. It's one train
one line.
straight.
Just
Go to
one
Stupa.
line.
Yeah, one line, man.
Take the express, you're good to go. Yeah, but the thing is just like you can go to Shinjuku, you can go to Shibuya, you can go to Ikebukuro, and then
Everywhere. You got the Yamanote right there.
and then you can like switch from any of these lines and stuff
It's
like
beautiful.
that.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's fantastic.
I love where I live.
The rent is cheap. The apartments are built. We should not be saying this on the internet.
We'll say it anyway.
Dude, tomorrow all of a sudden you're gonna have like all these international like neighbors, and there's gonna be Airbnbs everywhere, and you'll be like, yeah, why did
All
I
right,
say
more
that?
money into
Why
the
did
economy.
I-
It's more money. It's okay.
You
we
know?
can't discriminate.
That's
Just don't
true.
come here and act like a dick. That's all. Don't come
Yeah.
to Japan and act like a dickhead, man.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't be a Somali, Johnny Somali, or all the other Ice Poseidon, whatever the fuck those guys are.
Oh my God, yeah.
Come here and try to make videos and whatever.
There's a guy that just got busted. I told you earlier. This
Yeah.
guy got busted. He got arrested for like it's called there's a new term for it, but it's called like
sorry.
harassment.
Oh, okay. So what are they called?
Street
What are they called?
harass-
Harassment streamers? What are they called? Nuisance streamers, right?
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so yeah, dude, the whatchamacallit, my wife and I like to go to a shabu shabu restaurant down the street, and
Was there somebody doing that shit here?
oh, dude, fucking, you see people all over the place because the cherry blossoms.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
got, like,
yeah.
People are always walking around talking to their phones and stuff.
That's okay, but I mean, like, they weren't like being assholes, were they? Were
No,
they being
I've never seen anybody be an
like a
asshole.
nuisance or anything
No,
like that?
no,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
Well, yeah.
I've never seen anybody be disrespectful while they're streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
please don't.
Shabu Shabu
Don't come here and do
restaurant-
that shit,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and do it like me in your apartment by
Yeah,
yourself with your friends drinking like booze.
Yeah.
Hi-oh.
Being fucking booze hounds drinking this shit.
But I'm trying to do something positive. I'm talking about like Japanese movies and stuff, which we should probably get back to.
Yeah,
But,
we're going off the rails.
Yeah.
It's all fault.
But it is my fault. But the thing is though, I just want to say before we move forward is that Japanese movies do not have the street cred that they should have. There's so many amazing Japanese films and Japanese movies and Japanese dramas that are absolutely spectacular. There's so many great Japanese actors and directors that are doing some brilliant work. And a lot of people that learn about Japan or come to Japan and stuff, they focus on the anime and they focus on like anime and animation and video games and stuff like that, which is great,
Which is good and all.
cool.
It's good.
Awesome. But there's
Expand a little bit,
segment. Yeah, there's another segment that is just super cool for like the world to enjoy and stuff, And if you don't watch some amazing Japanese movies that Ray's discussed today, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot. You're missing out on some amazing film and art and culture and stuff. So please watch some Japanese movies. It's all on Netflix, and all you motherfuckers got Netflix. So
You get the
Netflix.
VPN, you get the Japanese Netflix if you want, and you can do the studying. But yeah, but also like, I was talking about movies that I forgot to mention this one. I feel bad if I didn't mention it. I forgot the name of it.
Mhm.
But like, like I was saying about movies that show the other side of Japanese life that you don't see.
Yeah.
Like, and like it's really interesting to find out. But like also like as I mentioned before, the movie Mother, and that movie has like stuff about like single mothers. There's a lot of them here. There's a lot of single mothers here,
We know some.
Yeah. And nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah. But like, what the shit they gotta put up with here, but also shit that they gotta do for that and all that. But there's also like a kind of like a growing trend, not a growing trend, it's been happening forever. But I remember the one movie that just stirred me to my core. I forget the name of it, but my partner at the time was watching it. She was watching it. It's like, what the fuck is this shit, man? So, we've heard stories about living here about like, hostesses who leave their kids at home because they got to go and work like that, right?
Yeah.
Or they find like a new partner, and then they leave the kids alone for like long periods of time.
Yeah.
And then like they'll die and shit like that from starvation and shit like that.
With the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
And,
stories like that on Got Fitted Japan.
there you go. And then there was a movie on that my girlfriend was watching one time, and that is like the one movie. Like I was checking it out. She was watching it, but I was doing stuff in the movie. But at the same time, I was like watching it, and that is like the only movie. Me being a guy who loves kids and works with kids, that's the only movie that got me, man. That like really disturbed me to my core. Like I was just like, because they showed the kids alone in the apartment, and then like it was a sister and a little brother,
Uh-huh.
and then just trying to survive and like.
Oh my God, this is like a big movie, like maybe 15 years ago, where they go to convenience stores and they
Not
get
that one. That's Shoplifters.
yeah, okay.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Shoplifters was great.
Yeah.
That's another one you're on. That
Yeah.
that one. Did that win the Oscar? Did that win the Academy? No, that was
No.
Passengers. Sorry, Passengers about working in the funeral home one. But Shoplifters was really good. Yeah, they take in the girl who's like basically being abused at her house, and they take her in, and then the boy, they're always trying to steal stuff. That was a great film, showing you another part of Japan life which you don't see, because we
Kind
often
of like the movie Parasite to a degree.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that. That was before Parasite. But I mean,
It's a Korean film, but Korea's making some amazing movies
Koreans
too.
always made good films, man. Yeah. But Japan has too, man.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend about like Korean movies. I was like, how come Japan doesn't get as much recognition for their movies? You know, because Japan makes great movies, but Korea does. They also make great movies, but they get more recognition.
Probably because they speak English better. Koreans, and they appeal more to an international market. Japan
Really?
is like the music, like K-pop, right?
Yeah.
Blown up everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I think Japan's movie industry is the same. They kind of like, they don't try to cater international.
Yeah.
They try to, except for the Netflix films, which have all the English subtitles.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
And also, I heard it's a pain in the ass to do all that shit. So they're just lazy, I guess. I don't know.
I heard it's because of the government.
Yeah, it could be.
The Korean government has like all sorts of funds that gives
To
like
allocate
movie,
towards
like,
that?
yeah, like to give the arts.
Yeah.
Because what Korea's all right. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I apologize. And
All
stuff.
my Korean homies, chime in, please.
Yeah, but,
tell us. Tell us, please. Help us out.
I'm probably wrong. But I heard this from a friend, and my friend that works in Japan in like the slightly movie business, so that in Korea, the government has all these funds where they give tons of money to like directors and like movie makers and like music and so on. So they have these huge budgets. But in Japan, you know, if you're a director, you're working with a director's budget, kind of like America. You know, the American government doesn't give a shit to like, you know, like I don't know, Clint Eastwood or not
Clinton.
Clinton Eastwood,
Clinton Tarantino or Quint Eastwood.
All right, you know what? I think these chew highs are definitely catching up to me. All right, so we're definitely this podcast is over. But before. I think that whatchamacallit, I think he's right though. I think that the government over there gives them like tons of money, or so they have like a huge, massive budget.
No, it's
unlike
true.
Japan and other like places in the world, like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, because I heard no, because even like Listen Up Again, when he first did his first American flick,
Yeah.
he was just like, "Whoa, what the hell?" Like a limo came to pick me up and take me to the thing. He goes, "That never happens in Japan." So
Yeah.
maybe money wise, like what you're saying, the money allocated to the industry, right? Here it's just like, yeah, get your ass to the fucking studio. But there in
Take a taxi.
maybe you're not as pampered.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah, so that's why, right? Maybe they're not as pampered here. Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah,
I guess.
man.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, on that note, okay, so I think we're too wasted to do the news, and I think we've already like done this podcast for like 2 hours. It's been about an hour and a half.
No idea.
This right here is a film. We just made a movie.
Yay!
Yeah, what's up?
One shot film. Yeah, one take.
Faders, thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. If you want to support the show, we've got Patreon. Go to Patreon. Just donate us some cash and stuff. We got tons of stuff that's there for you to enjoy. Behind the scenes, photos are too hot for the internet. This, that, and the other thing. And Ray, dude, thank you so much for being on the show, man. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, brother.
Fucking awesome, dude. It's
More
good to
than
see you
welcome.
again, man. Hanging
You
out
too.
with you is always a blast. Let's actually get some more booze and hang out some more and stuff. And Faders, thank you so much for tuning in. We will definitely catch you in the future. Is there anything that you want to promote or anything like that? I mean, is your band performing anytime soon or anything like that?
I don't know. We'll be performing in the next few months.
What's the name of your band?
We are the Beat Jackers.
The Beat Jackers.
Whereas we got a new saxophone player.
Oh shit!
We do.
I'm so stoked to meet your. I mean, I know him.
We know Brad. Good old Brad.
Yeah.
But Brad's gonna be having a baby soon, so you know. You didn't you see the picture, Bradley? We hope you're the best, brother. All right.
Got another one.
You can bring the kid. Yeah, bring that kid to shows. We're gonna baptize him.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we can. We
You
can.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, faders, thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. Yes, we got a little bit too faded at the end, but hey, that's what happens after drinking all this booze and, just having a good time with your homies. And you should be having a good time with your homies too, drinking booze and hanging out with us. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
My little brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Oh, you wait till mom finds out, buddy.
I've got a government job to abuse and a lonely wife to fuck.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
God, the pressure! I can't take it! I can't take it! I can't get to it!
You sure I should do this, man?
We're going freaking! We came, we saw, we kicked his ass!
Your move, creep.
Man, I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up repugnant shit.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.